Dragon Ball Daima has been getting some hate online. So today, I'm going to address these complaints and tell you why you shouldn't be concerned. The number one complaint I've been seeing is that they're kids. This is probably the biggest complaint out of them all, so in order to be fair and consistent, let me just say that at first, I also wasn't sold on the idea. I wasn't hating on it, but I didn't love it. I think ultimately it's a taste thing. One thing to remember though, is that Daima is not GT. So if you didn't want him aged down because it's bringing you back to GT, don't worry. There may be some narrative similarities like Goku becoming a kid, but that's just one aspect of GT. GT's poor reception wasn't only because Goku was a kid. There were many reasons why some people hated GT. I personally like it, but let's be fair, Kid Goku isn't the worst thing in that series. Another complaint I've been seeing from the community is that because they aged them down, that means they're going for a more Rugrats approach to draw in more kids. And boy, this couldn't be more wrong. Now, first, let me just say that I don't see where people come up with this stuff. It's really silly to pull these complaints out of nowhere, as if you've already seen the show. Let's be real, Dragon Ball started off with Goku as a kid. We saw him impale a Demon King by diving through his torso as a kid. Just because Goku is a kid again, that doesn't mean Dragon Ball is going to be for little preschoolers and toddlers now. It'll be for the same people it's always been for. The same audience who likes superheroes. Teenage boys and men who still think like teenage boys. I don't really think that's going to change anytime soon. Another thing, and this one really grinds my gears, is the idea that it isn't canon. Brother, if you think this isn't canon, then you got a big storm coming. Let's not forget that this is a Toei production with Toriyama deeply involved. This isn't a Heroes anime where they do whatever they want to sell cards or figures, like making Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegeta, and then making Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Gogeta fighting Goku Black, Super Saiyan 3 Rose. Like, all that stuff is not here. Plus, we got confirmation that Toriyama himself is penning scripts for the show, so he's even directly writing episodes, at the least certain episodes, which was more involvement than he had in the DBS anime throughout its entire history. He didn't write episodes, he just gave them outlines. For this one, we have confirmation that he's writing certain episodes. Another thing that doesn't make sense to me are the people saying that they wanted Moro. Who wanted Moro? I specifically remember when the Moro arc was releasing, everyone and their mother was hating on Moro, calling him a Cell ripoff, saying he was boring, they ruined his powers, etc. I understand wanting the story of Super to continue, but what I want is the story of Dragon Ball to continue. This doesn't have to be Super 2. I'm fine with Daima, especially since Toriyama is much more involved this time around. And we don't even know the timeline placement of the story. We could be getting Daima's story going past the end of Z, who knows? So to say you want Moro, sure, that's valid, and maybe one day we'll get it adapted. I know I liked it personally, but that just means we're getting a brand new anime nobody else has seen, which is probably just as exciting for me, honestly. And the last thing I want to address is the preconceived notion that the show is gonna suck. We don't know that. Like I said, all signs point toward this series at least being better than Super. And what's so wrong with that? I for one would welcome it as a necessary change. If we never got Moro and Granola adapted, sure, that would suck, I'll admit it. But I have faith that one day we'll see more Super once the manga gets further ahead. You gotta remember, the manga releases one chapter a month. That's not how it is with a lot of other anime. I know some people think, oh, it's been going for a couple years, we should be getting the anime back already. Well, I'm not sure if that's exactly the best idea. I think we should be far ahead. Not too far ahead, but far ahead enough that the anime wouldn't have to worry about, doing a whole bunch of filler just like Dragon Ball Z did. And in the meantime, I'm more than fine with Toriyama's own vision for Dragon Ball with Daima arriving in 2024. And more Dragon Ball in general is exciting for me. So for me personally, I'm fine with having the Daima anime out in 2024 and the Super manga running concurrently with it, if it is still going to be running. I mean, that's the thing I'm more concerned about is the Super manga going to be continuing? They haven't said if it is or isn't. I think it should, and then once Daima ends, we could get the Super manga adapted. That's what I want. I think that's the best case scenario, but hey, that's just my opinion. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you have something to say, comment down below. And make sure you subscribe for more. I really try to cover all the Dragon Ball news, but we've been kind of not getting a lot of news lately. So if you enjoy these more discussion type videos, let me know and I'll make sure to do more of them. Thanks for watching. Peace off.